Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's feeling fine. We are coming close to the end of the year, close to Christmas or holiday season, depending on wherever you are. And we welcome you this morning again to our short series, MicroStation Advent Benefits 2022. Today it's Candle 4, as we had the fourth Advent Sunday last week. And so let's start as usual. I'm happy to have my colleagues with me. I present them very shortly. Maria Sanchez Tunion, product sales engineer, master in forestry engineering. Azar Wazim, product sales engineer, civil engineer, and master in construction project management. And Bartlomier Zimmerman, product sales engineer, civil engineer, and graduated in civil engineering. And myself, Nanette Dorando-Grat, product sales manager. Most of you, I think, already know us, but you never know who's new. So today, it's the last of this short session series that we have. At the end, we have 3 topics to cover. We start with project data shelf life, then we continue with high fidelity of output deliverables, and at the very end, we will show you as a bonus topic today, powered by iTwin. So I hand over to my colleague Maria. She will start with the first topic.
Hello, everybody.
Sorry, I need to. Sorry, my fault. Fourth time and always making mistakes. So I changed the screen and hand over to Bartolomew's presentation and Maria to present us the topic of today.
Thank you. So one of the advantages of using MicroStation is that you must not be worried about which version was used to create a file. The stability of the truly timeless DGN format ensures you have access to models and drawings, both backward and future compatibility. DGN is the file format for infrastructure, and usually in these projects, life cycles are long, sometimes too long and with too many changes. You can rely on MicroStation to use data needed to deliver your projects, no matter when it was created. Thank you, Artek. Here it is a MicroStation version 5. Opening a DGN file with a 3D hotel model.
Takes a moment.
Yeah. Yes, it should be playing. Yeah, now it is.
Yeah, it is. So MicroStation V5 was released when I was beginning the university, so a long time ago, in 1994. And this is the interface and toolbars we were using in the past centuries. And here we have the hotel with the terrain, the road, and also the trees surrounding the hotel. Using the commands in the view control toolbox, we can make zoom out and then to have a complete overview of the whole model. And we can make also a window area to center the model in the view. Now we close the file and go back to the file open dialog.
The funny thing is, when I learned to work with MicroStation, this was exactly the interface I had to use. That was very manual, very manual work that we had to do in these days.
And now the next slide, please, Bartek. So,
All right, here it is.
So this is the same DGN file we were using in MicroStation V5. Can we open it in MicroStation Connect, as you can see in the screen? Obviously, the visualization quality is completely different, but we can manipulate the model with no issues. And we are going to make a copy of the central tower of the hotel to create 2 new towers. Here's the first one. And then the second one. Once the new towers are created, we can close MicroStation Connect. And in the next slide, we are going back to MicroStation V5, and we will open the same DGN file that was modified with MicroStation Connect. And we would like to check if we can open the file. And here we have the two towers that we have already created. So you can see MicroStation DGN file format is truly timeless and stable across the version and also across the centuries.
And that means for all interested parties, we can easily have different versions in the same CAD environment. That means no matter if you have V5, V7, an early V8 or older V8 or Connect Edition, you can all use them together and you can exchange the files very easily. The only thing that is different that differs is if you use newer functions, they usually can be displayed in the older versions, but you cannot use the new functions for sure in the old versions because the functionality was not available. But everything can be displayed because the DGN is that stable that it works back and forth without any problems.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think the fight lasted longer than the hotel for sure.
Yeah,
But this
probably.
is but this is actually one of the major reasons why all the government organizations they prefer MicroStation because the legacy data is maintained. They don't have to set up a team who will sit after 5 years to upgrade their CAD files to the latest version so that can be viewed later for maintenance purposes. With MicroStation, they don't have to worry. They go to that year log, open the CAD file, open it to the new system, see, carry out the maintenance work, close it, save it to the new one, and it's done. Otherwise, at certain point, there were like tenders being released for updating of the old CAD drawings. So it can be supported with the newer software. So with MicroStation, that challenge went away. That is where it got standardized to be used. So a lot of people may not know the exact benefit, but they always ask, why is it standardized? Why are they asking? So this is one of the major reasons why people prefer using MicroStation.
Yep. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks all.
Mm.
I think Azar has the next topic.
Yes, I have the next one. So the topic for today is high fidelity of output deliverables. So most of us had this challenge of finding errors in the drawings in the report because we make some changes in the model, which sometimes doesn't get reflected in the sheet. So with this function of MicroStation, what happens is you can avoid errors in output linking directly your drawings and reports to the geometry and data associated with MicroStation. So Bati, can you go to the next slide? Let's show the video. So using MicroStation, you can I see the elements are having attached properties. So the information of the elements can be found via properties of a selected element or reviewing the items available by category on the Project Explorer on the site. So like selecting all the columns or all the walls, you can get all the details out. In the drawings, automatically annotation based on the element properties can be placed in many ways, in a very basic mode or in a detailed mode based on the requirement, as you prefer. So you can see now different examples of using column basic information with or without surrounding rectangles and the column detailed label. So this is something really beneficial and very useful for us. So, and report can also be placed into the drawings with all the properties selected. So from the report dialog, the next screen you'll see. So here's the detail column. Yes, so as you can see, the reports can also be placed into the drawings with all the properties that you select. And from the report dialog, we are selecting the track detail report, including all the properties, place it onto the drawing. And to be sure, there's no inaccurate information. All the values are linked to the element attached properties and it will be updated into the report and annotations. If the element properties changes, this will automatically get updated. So you don't have to do any of the manual work. So Bati, can we go to the next one, please?
Hmm.
So this part is called drawing composition in MicroStation. So you can create drawings in MicroStation very easily. Just you need to use the create drawing tool, define the cut plane for the drawing, jumping into the sheet automatically created. Now we can go back to the 3D model using the navigation bubble. Inside the 3D model, MicroStation allows to view at the same time the model together with the drawing, providing us a unique way to analyze together all the information that we will include into the drawing. So this trip between models and drawing can be done for any of the sections, elevations, plans, details we have defined in our model. And from any of the cuts, we can navigate the sheet, including that section. So Generally, this technology is called hypermodeling, which ensures you that your drawing will never be outdated from your 3D model, as everything will remain connected, and any of the changes done in the geometry or in the cut definition will be automatically applied to the sheets. So you completely avoid errors and you avoid all the manual works by using this feature of MicroStation. So I think that's it from my side today. I'll hand it over to Bartek now for the bonus topic.
Thanks, Azar.
Thank you.
Bartek, you have some nice videos for us.
Yes, I do. So we have started today's session with a view or the insight how the MicroStation was looking like in the previous century. And now let's see what technologies, maybe not how MicroStation will look like, but what technologies will be available in coming years for sure. So we'll tell you some examples of the use of technology that is actually in the early stages of development. And yeah, for sure, this development will bring us many possibilities. Um, and yet, we are talking about this, we tell you about this in the context of MicroStation. MicroStation is an application that is such a solid and comprehensive tool um, that it has been Bentley's primary platform for further applications and technologies development for almost 40 years now. Um, Bentley is developing iTwin platform technology with a vision of better lifecycle management for the physical assets, as well as to the extent of their use, the use of asset information, but also to extend the possibilities of using information related to these assets, regardless of whether the model was created in a CAD application or captured from the field. Any type of data can be managed and fulfilled with information. So the idea is to make the flow of this information fluent and available to any interested parties. And here you can see some examples that was presented by our customers at Infrastructure Awards conference. All right, but what is an iTwin? iTwin is a digital representation of a physical asset, process, or system, as well as any information that allows us to understand it, to model it, and to obtain its performance. In other words, it is taking a physical asset, such as a bridge or road, or a building, or a fusion power plant, and replacing it exactly as a digital model, but adding intelligence, which we can use to understand what is happening with that physical asset in the real world. Well, now it is a open source platform where customers can use it without paying a license at all. You can also download the entire source code. iTunes is still quite new technology adopted by a few companies with a vision of development and implementation, and this is just a beginning. In the next phase, Bentley will work harder helping users understand how they can benefit in day-to-day work, as well as to integrate iTunes services to the desktop application that we are currently using, without losing any of existing capabilities of these applications. Yeah, and here we can see an example of how to visualize the assembly of fusion power plant, which is located in France, I suppose.
I think this is the tokamak
Yeah,
model that you're showing us.
yeah, it looks quite good,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, futuristic technology, futuristic energy solution.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm, so, how does MicroStation help? How can MicroStation help you creating your own iTwin? So MicroStation is a computer-aided design software that is used to create and edit 2D and 3D design. designs. It has some cool features that we have showcased today and in the last 3 sessions that help users around the world design and build incredible objects. And what's more important in this context, you can use MicroStation to create your own iTwin. So the first step is to create iModel, which will store and manage our MicroStation data. But also you can add to iModel some other data that is significant to your project, like um, data from some other Bentley applications, or for example, Revit files, or DWGs or IFCs. All of this data can be connected and linked to each other. The next step in the process is to put information in the iModel using a connector. The connector is a converter that imports specific data to an iModel. Um, Obviously, I have moved a little bit faster. Now in the presentation, you can see types of data which you can connect to iModel environment.
But in general, one can say that as MicroStation is the data integrator for nearly any existing CAD software. You can integrate all the CAD data or BIM data in MicroStation and create an iModel out of it. That means even
Of
if you're
course,
using another software, that doesn't matter.
not
MicroStation can serve as your intelligent data hub.
yes, of course, not only software. You'll see in the next slides that there are some more possibilities in regards to connect data and information sources. So coming back to the process, the third step is to synchronize that connection. MicroStation is the most used application in iTwin platform. So in this case, synchronization is processing quickly. After these steps, you can visualize your digital twins and capture engineering change along the timeline. To, for example, compare versions of design in design review app, uh, perform clash detection or view design insights. Overall, MicroStation is a powerful tool that can help you create accurate and detailed designs to your iTwin infrastructure, allowing you to plan and construct your system more efficiently and more effectively. So the question is, will the MicroStation be replaced with some other more advanced solution? And the answer, and of course, no, it will not be replaced. An example, MicroStation is a powerful, with its powerful capabilities, is successfully used in project coordination. In this context, its reference capabilities will expand. So this is Nanette, what you're talking about. Not only local files will be connected, but also iTwin stored in the cloud, and the iTwin itself can be connected to many other sources. So the sources of information that MicroStation will be able to show to the user will significantly increase. There are works being carried out to incorporate interactive tools into desktop applications like Microsoft Teams, Zoom, or Slack. Um, Consequently, digital twin will not be updated based on check-in, check-out procedure. That takes time, of course, and is known in CAD environment for years now. The update process will be live and unnoticed. So MicroStation is certainly important part of the future technology. It is worth investing in it and build the workflows around it. Especially that MicroStation is such a flexible tool that it can, yeah, it can make as many tasks as we saw in this presentation and support customers with its capabilities. Thank you very much. This is it in iTwin topic for today. And yeah, perhaps we'll prepare something more next year. Stay tuned.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I think that's very interesting outview of the future. It's important to understand that MicroStation is not needed to go to create an iTwinner. So you can use it for whatever purpose you want. But if you want to create an iTwin, a digital twin, or if you want to access the metaverse, then you need a 3D model. And for that, you can use MicroStation together with all the other options that we already highlighted. So thank you, team, for helping me to show that to the public. Then we're nearly at an end. Very quickly, this is the standard information where you can collect more input about MicroStation. And we have extended that offer that we talked about the last weeks. That means if you're interested in acquiring your own copy of the software, then we extended this possibility until Tuesday, December 27th. So get in touch. If you're interested, get in touch. We have still this nice and kind monetary aspect for you to offer. And as Christmas is coming close this year, this time I created or I added my personal favorite dessert, which is a tiramisu, but this time with coconut flavor instead of the standard coffee and amaretto. So it is in the presentation. That means if you watch the presentation, you can read it, or if you're interested in getting the PDF, just reach out and I'll hand that out directly to you if you like. So we hope you enjoyed our Advent session. We will continue with the new topics in end of January, presumably. We will have webinars based on these 10 topics where we dive deeper into each capabilities. And what is maybe also very interesting for potential customers or interested persons, we will highlight the possibilities of MicroStation being the perfect data integrator from small environments to big environments. So this will be done in a new format. This will be delivered as kind of a fireside chat. So stay tuned. We will come back with new information about our plans, and we hope you stay interested. And yeah, let us know if you need something, if you want to know something. We're here to help you. Thank you very much. And this is it for today.
Thank
Thank
you,
you very
everyone. Merry
much and Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you.
Christmas.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye bye.
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 Bye.